And again, this is how you feel towards this person. I'm going to be honest. I think this collective, I don't think you know how to feel about this person. I think in a funny way you are grateful for them, because with this inner child healing, that's why I'm thinking it's more of a twin flame situation. Soul tie, like I said, red string theory is very significant for this collective. It pushed you to this healing journey. I don't think this collective, I think you've had a hard time moving on from this person. You know, I feel like maybe this has been a while since you guys have, you know, been a long time since you've been in separation, and now you're at the spot. I think you don't know how to feel about this person. I think when you do think about them, you do think about the deceit and how they were attached to somebody else, and I think that has been your main. I think unfortunately this collective, you really do think about the pain of what this person puts you through. Okay, let me see more about this Libra energy. Like I said, could be you, could be this person. I always say my reading's big for sun, moon, rising, Venus. Okay, odious opinions. I'm telling you, you know I think now you know there was some gossip going on, and maybe that's another reason you're acquiring knowledge. You've learned it over time. I think, okay, go this whole reading to make sure it makes sense. Part one's very specific as far as what was going on in your guys' dynamic and everything, okay? I think in the past you did buy into some form of these nonsense. Now I think you're gaining knowledge of, okay, I think those were just opinions or maybe too much gossip in the air about it, and that's why you don't know how to feel about it, because you never got the word out of the horse's mouth when it came to your person. This person has never, I don't think, ever cleared the air with you saying, hey, this is what's happened, or no. Now, I do think this person, unfortunately, I think this karmic maybe was attached to this person for a while, but do I think there was straight up infidelity going on? No. And I think you're recognizing that, but you're still, but again, the way this person left was crappy. I really do think they probably left you, ghosted you, sorry, trigger warning, and hopped over to this third party like it was nothing. But again, I think now you're recognizing the truths and the reality. It's like maybe you are understanding, because I'm reading, you know, she's reading this book right here. It's like, unless I get the receipts, I keep using the term receipts, text messages, I'm not going to buy into anything. That's another reason with that Libra energy. It's like you don't know how to feel, and it's like you really don't have a strong opinion about this person quite yet. Inner child healing, what have you been healing? Okay, so I got August 6th through September 21st, okay? That could have been a significant time period for the two of you. You guys could have met. You guys could have split it off during this time as well. But yeah, then I got false flame right here. Like I said, I feel like you guys have been separated for a couple years, at least. I really do. Maybe during this past summertime as well, you could have really labeled this person as a false flame. Like everything kind of came up to the surface. You really started to choose yourself. Deceit. Okay, and then I got naughty thoughts right here. I can't help but want you physically, sexually, and mentally, this collective. You're all I think about when I'm alone and lost in my thoughts, and the thought of you drives me insane. That's where I'm saying you don't know where to think this person. I think you go back and forth. I think overall, yes, you do reflect on the pain, but then maybe you do have your moments where you do feel and you think about this person, you're like, what the fuck? You know, you can't really sort out your own emotions right now. Attached. Desensitized. Okay. The pain of our separation is tearing me apart. I don't know how to handle my feelings and emotions. Instead of working through the pain, I use and take whatever helps me numb. I feel like for this collective, like I said, don't make it fit. I'm sorry, this reading sounds like a giant trigger warning for some of you. But I think when you found out about this third party, or, you know, how quickly this person moved on, I think it truly did break you in half. I think it tore a part of you away. Got a phone call, sign right there. You could be getting interrupted recently or something like that. That could be another sign. But anyways, as I was saying about this desensitized, I think it broke this collective. I think it really did. And that's where I think that you don't know how to feel about this person, because I'm going to be honest, you could still be in the healing midst of it still. Because again, I can't help but feel for this collective, though. When you think about this person, you really do think about the pain they put you through. And again, I don't feel like it's true anger I'm feeling, but it's not, you're at peace with it either. Okay, you're kind of like, I don't know what I'm supposed to feel. And maybe that's a lesson I'll do one more for that inner child healing. Maybe that is a lesson to go through right now for yourself with that Libra energy. Again, it's also about you being indecisive. Not make a decision is the right word or term I want to use, but be honest with how you feel. If you're angry with this person, that is okay. If you're still hurt, that is okay. If you've made peace with the situation, that is okay. I think in a funny way, this collective, you're doing I don't know what's the right way to feel. Honey, there is no right way to feel. If this person screwed you up, that is okay. Acknowledge it. Again, you're acquiring knowledge. I think you've done a good job of acquiring, okay, this is gossip and nonsense. Unless I know something, I should not buy into something. But now it's kind of like, well, it's like you're afraid of making the wrong decision if you feel a certain way about this person. You can't. You're human. Inner child healing, what is that? Literally patience. Okay. Preserving in the face of delay, suffering in silence, but holding out. Continuing on with life with struggles, but having hope things will turn out fine. Okay. That's what I think you're giving sorry, I'm getting all jumbled up right now. You want more patience. You want more time. Don't make it fit. I don't think this collective, you're like, I want my person. I don't think you're wanting that. I think thinking about this person really overwhelms you. I think it really does, because you're still in the middle of the healing journey. Again, with that suffering and silence, I also feel like, we saw that card in part 1. I think it's this collective too, with that suffering and silence. You're not saying out loud, and I'm not saying you need to talk to somebody if that's something you don't want to do, but you're not being honest with yourself about how you feel about the situation. You're kind of doing that, I don't know. No, you do know. How do you feel? And that is completely okay. You're, watching right there. You could be having that habit of keeping tabs on your person a little bit, but let's just do a couple more and we'll be done. Okay. And then, oh, good grief. I got regret and then Taurus. So far we got Libra and Taurus. Energy could be you, this person, shoot, even this third party situation. But that's where I'm saying, afraid they made the wrong decision, feels troubled or remorseful for what has happened, sees you happy while they are miserable and can't move on. That's this collective. I don't think you're in regret is maybe the right word, but like, I feel like this is you and you've been watching this person. And that's where the watching is coming from. Maybe during this time of separation, you've had a habit of lurking on their social medias, okay? With that Taurus energy, I'm going to be, and I don't mean to trigger this collective, maybe you've been kind of, in a nice way, obsessive over this third party, doing maybe not now, but maybe in the past, like, why are they prettier than me? Why are they more good looking? They seem more charming. They seem more this, whatever. It's like you really compare yourself to this person and have had a habit of doing that. But when you do think about this person, though, as well, I think you look at them as very materialistic. I think that you think that this is moving very turtle pace slow. Yeah, new beginning. As far as a new beginning, it's turtle pace slow. When you do look at this person, that's what I'm saying. You guys have been in separation for a minute. I don't think this was like 2 months ago. Let me do one more to even this out. Yeah, divine timing. I think you're just waiting on timing. You're not expecting anything. I think, if anything, this collective, you're just trying to sort out your own emotions for the time being. I am trying to be patient. I want you to return, and I want to return to you. Being apart from you feels like eternity. I think this collective, you're in a mature spot, that if you want to return to this person come to you, you want it done the right way, but now's not the right time in your mind, okay? Because I think you're very much still hung up on the pain and the loss. Even if you're aware of what your person's going through, whatever the case is, doesn't matter. You're still like, I'm not ready. I'm still hurt. I can't even decide how I feel about this person. And that is okay. If anything, I'm glad if this is your reading, I'm glad you're acknowledging that. You're not like sitting up in your high horse. But the only lesson I'm seeing for this collective, is like, it's okay to be honest how you feel. And if you're still hurt, that's okay. There is some form of like shame of like, oh, well, it's been like, in this case, 2 years. How am I still hurt? It's okay. I always say healing is, nobody should tell you when to heal or when to, get going on it. And I wish I did put it up, and it just stuck with me. Yeah, odious opinions, your connection isn't real. Maybe this collective, you've had a bad habit of maybe other people or other friends. And I always say they look out for your best interest, but like maybe unfortunately you've had people around you just saying, just get over it. Or, oh, well, they ain't shit, or they ain't